this is all cleaned up. We're working on it. It's a mess, but it'll be healing, and yeah, we're working on it. Anyway, so I'm going to show you the palette we're going to work with. It is Jeffree Star's Blood Sugar. And the reason why we are going to work with this palette is because of this is the image. This is the colors that I thought would be really pretty. I was thinking like plums and warm burgundies, not just because it looks so great with green, and I'm kind of matching already, but also because we're going into the fall. Well, we're in fall now, and I just love those colors for fall, but I'm gonna mix a little bit more gold as well, just to brighten the center of the lid and just, we'll have some deep, dark, beautiful colors for the fall sort of look, but then just a brightness in the center, I think would really enhance the whole look as a whole. So I'm going to put some eyeshadow primer on, and then we're going to get started with these fun colors. So let's do it. Okay, so the colors I'm thinking, based on the image I just showed you, definitely these two. And I was debating on this or even this, but I think these two are the two colors I'm going to go with, and then I'll just brighten it with something in this range, or even just like something really soft and pretty, maybe like a gold over here, just to kind of complement even more so, but brighten the center of the eye. So that's the plan. Okay, we're going to put some eyeshadow primer on. I like to use the Makeup by Mario. My girlfriend Gabby gave me this suggestion, so please bear with me now that I have these nails. It's so much harder now. How do people do this? Anyway, we're gonna try. Oh my god, this is so hard. I remember I knew it was gonna be really hard, but yeah, I knew it. Let's put these nails to use at least. All right, I'll clean this up, and I'm gonna do this side. Okay, the first base color is on. It's the sugarcane color, very pretty. And now we're gonna start with the same brush. We're gonna dip into Extraction, which is still a very dark color. So we're gonna start light and tap it on before we go a little crazy. All right, so we're gonna tap it. We always start in the corner here, the darkest, just because that's where we want it, most of the color to go anyway. And just tap it lightly on, and then start to move your brush closer to the center of the eye, and then into the tear duct. When you tap more on, again, just start in the corner again and move a little more into the corner. Once you have that color on, you can kind of start to blend it into the crease and just a little bit above. We're also going to move that color down to the bottom. So tap it lightly. And then kind of blend it. Trust the process. All right, I'm going to do the other side now. Again, tap lightly. Start in the corner. Okay. Once you're happy with the amount of color that you have on there and you've blended it so it looks, excuse me, even on both sides. This side looks a little darker, so hold on, let me just blend this a little more. Or maybe I should add to this side. It's okay, we're gonna darken it. Like I said, we're using another like plum color. Now I'm gonna change my brush. The reason why is because when I go into with the darker color, I'm going to want more precision. So it's still a fluffy brush, but it still has some control here. And I'm gonna, is this one? Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna dip very lightly into this the darkest shade we have on here, which is called Coma. So I'm just gonna tap lightly. And now I'm gonna tap it very lightly into the corner. Again, we wanna start in the corner because that's where we want the darkest color. And we're gonna work our way into the crease. We're gonna try and keep this in the crease slightly above it, but not as high as the previous color we just did. Again, we're just tapping it on lightly before we start to blend. Getting that color on and then blending it all in together. So going to bring it down. And you see that I don't go all the way to the tear duct. We're just going halfway to the center of the eye. And I want this to deepen a little bit more. So I'm going to keep putting more pigment until I'm happy with the color. And then I'm just going to blend and repeat. And then I'm going to do the other side. Again, starting in the corner. All right, so I have two pressed glitters from ColourPop. I have one, oh, I have a lot more, but the ones that I'm considering. I have this one, which is Crystal Cave, which is gorgeous and will look stunning. And this one, which I always think is never gonna look right, but somehow always looks spectacular. And I feel like I have to do it. I'm gonna do this one. Even though I want the middle to be brighter and pop, this looks like it's really dark, but just wait until you see it when it's on. So I'm gonna tap into it. I'm gonna use my finger. It's so gorgeous. You don't even know. Oh my God. I'm just gonna tap it on. The challenge here is these nails, but we're just gonna, oh my God, it's so gorgeous. I'm always glad I choose this one because it's like almost celestial. It's so gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Oh my God. Let's go in this tear duct over here. Utilize my nails to just get it all on there. Oh my God, it's stunning. Just tap it just a little bit further back, but we really want to concentrate that glitter right in the center there. As much as you can get on there, pack it in the center just for that super glam, bold look. Oh, it's gorgeous. Yep. And now I'm going to do this side. Just stunning. All right, so now, and I really only used 3 colors if you want to count the base color. And then this is just the pressed glitter. What I love about ColourPop's pressed glitter is that I don't have to add anything else for it to stay on there. It just stays exactly where you want it, and it is So gorgeous, so gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna put a little something right here because that's what I like. And then I think I'm gonna do black liner in the waterline, maybe do a little bit of a fox eye for this, just to up the ampage here. All right, let me get a little right here in the center. I want to do, yeah, cabana still. That's what I'm doing, right? Yeah. I'm just going to put it right in the center. I just love how that looks. Almost like a flash of just beautiful, happy tears, you know? Kind of brightens up the eye in a very interesting way. I think it's so stunning. And now the eyeliner. Let's do it. For my waterline, I'm going to use Patrick Starr's One Size Point Made Bodacious Black. And yeah, we're just gonna go right into the waterline there. I'm gonna tight line all the way. Kind of bring it into here as well. It's hard when it's so far away. Can't really see the detail. All right, I'm gonna do this side as well, and I'm gonna perfect the corner. All right, I'm gonna clean this up, make sure it's exactly the way I want it. I'm debating on doing a winged liner. I think I'll just tap it on, but I don't think I'm gonna go a full sweep, but yeah. All right, let me just clean this up and finish it. Okay, I think I cleaned it up as best as I could. I added a little liner on the top, very tiny cat eye here. And now we're gonna do the rest of the face, which is pretty much just the lips. So let me just bring you to the lips. All right, so because we have such a pretty plum situation here, I was gonna continue the theme and go with another sort of plum look. This is called Energy Field. It is another one of ColourPop's lippy sticks, which I love. I am actually terrible at putting lipstick on, which is why I need the lip liner first, but also just generally even bad at that as well. So if you're hoping with time it gets easier. I mean, generally it does, but you know, some of us are a little more special than others. But yeah, anyway, sorry, what were we talking about? Okay, so I'm going to line my lips and then put this color on. I'm going to use another ColourPop liner. I usually use Half Red by MAC, but I don't feel like getting up. So we're gonna use this and we're gonna line the lips first because it just helps me color in the lines when I do it this way. I know that sounds weird, but it's just how I work. Now I'm going to do the color. Wish me luck. I have to take my time or I'm going to mess it up. I'm going to get this color on and then I'm going to clean it up because I feel the pressure. Oh my God, it's so nice and smooth. I love these lippy sticks, but not but about this, but just a but about me. I'm going to clean up these edges and I like it matte. All right, hold on. Okay, I think that's as good as I'm gonna get right now. Anyway, so that is the fall look for this like plummy sort of, yeah, I'm kind of obsessed actually. I love it. So, yeah, I hope you had a lot of fun. Get ready to see this look continue into tomorrow because it'll be featured in our shorts lookbook, by the way. So we are doing a, like I kept wanting to say, I wanted to extend your summer fits, your summer pieces, and extend them into the fall. And I wanted to give you some ideas on how you can make your summer looks or summer pieces kind of last a little bit. Sorry, it's like he can barely see me. Make your summer clothes kind of stretch into different seasons and how you can utilize them and use them and still be seasonal and intentional and still very fashion forward. So yeah, anyway, this is so cute. I love it. All right. I hope you had an amazing day. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you have any questions about any of the products that I used, please let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to let you know what I was using, what I did. If you have any ideas of what you'd like to see next, let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for spending time with me today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you tomorrow. Until next time.